This, see, I was trying to approach this with level-headedness. I was trying to approach this topic in a calm, just level demeanor. And I am coming to realize that is not about to fucking happen at all. So, one of the things that I absolutely despise, multiple things that I despise, are TikTok and Twitter. I can't stand the spaces, but I feel as though that they have basically worked their way into our social lives so efficiently that it's really hard to navigate certain topics without using either of those spaces. And a debate was happening. And I watched a bunch of just dedicated, hardcore, I'm gonna fight like it's like it's my last life in a video game, One Piece lovers who are trying to tell me that the Wano arc is the greatest arc in shonen history. And I was not having that shit at all. First off, let's get it out there. I believe that the Wano arc has been an absolute fucking joy and treat from sunrise to sundown. From the moment Luffy stepped foot in Wano, ran into Big Mom's crew, ran into Kaido's crew, got his ass washed, made new friends, everybody went off on their journeys, and he ended up as Joy Boy and gave Kaido that 3-piece extra crispy and put his ass in that volcano. I had a blast. And I hadn't had that level of a blast since Doflamingo's arc. A joy. Absolute fucking treat. But I draw the line at One Piece diehards telling me that the Wano arc is the greatest arc in shonen history. Because what you are not about to do is throw dirt on Yu Yu Hakusho's Dark Tournament arc. Yu Yu Hakusho's Dark Tournament arc is the greatest story arc in shonen history. It is peak fucking writing. And when I say peak fucking writing, I mean peak fucking writing. From beginning until end, every single person in the arc ate. The table was set, the spread was fantastic, and everybody was able to go up to the table and get plate after plate after plate with no issues whatsoever. Every single person had god tier writing during the Dark Tournament arc. Yusuke had his typical hero's journey where he shows up cocky, talking shit. I'm finna wash and work Togoro's ass. And he gets beat and he realizes, oh shit, I have the motherfucking train. And him and his master go off on their journey to train. And she passes all of her hopes and dreams onto her young student. And then she goes off and meets her end. And he looks at Toguro and is like, I'm finna wash your ass. I'm finna beat your ass when it's time for me and you to box. And then it finally happens. All the trials and tribulations. And that's not even talking about all of the different like sub arcs that happen with the different people that he fights along the way. Like the double knife bladed knife's edge match, which just basically a boxing match happening in the middle of the ring for 2 fucking episodes. But he finally makes it to Toguro, and what do we discover? Toguro is way beyond anything that we've ever encountered before. There is that moment where Yusuke is whooping Togoro's ass, and everyone on the outside is like, there we go, dog. He finally achieved it. He's a Super Saiyan, and he's beating the hell out of Frieza. And Toguro gives him a look in the middle of Yusuke just working him on the floor. And Yusuke jumps back because he is shook. And let me tell you something, when Yusuke was shook, I was shook. Because I was like, if we're giving him the 3-piece combo with the drink and the fries, and he is looking at us like, is that really all you got? Did I really go through this whole tournament and this is all you're gonna give me? What? What? Redefined anime for me. And that's not even talking about, like I said, the other arcs that people go on. Finally delving into Kurama's backstory and learning about Yoko Kurama. Finally delving into Hiei's backstory in relation to his sister and why he pushes himself so hard in trying to tame the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. Him using the Dragon of the Darkness Flame to beat his opponent and completely destroying his fucking hand, and then miraculously being able to get that bitch healed again. Kuwabara feeling as though he's the useless person on the team who doesn't contribute to the fight in any way, shape, or form. And then finally, he's able to not only master his usage of his energy blade, but actually win a match for his squad, not giving up, having his boys back, willing to fucking sacrifice himself for Yusuke so that Yusuke can get that extra fucking Zenkai boost at the end of the tournament and finally put Toguro in the goddamn dirt. Dealing with all of these like side villains that we had, like Elder Toguro being this fucking parasite that just lived off of his younger brother, just sucking the life out of him and trying to manipulate him in the backgrounds, and younger Toguro letting it happen so that his brother can feel as though, you know, he's important when in truth he's not in any way, shape, or form. The relationship between Kuwabara's sister and the manager who works for fucking Toguro, where he's a guy who's basically lost it. He's a rich fucking billionaire like Elon Musk, who's basically lost his faith in humanity, and he's running this gigantic tournament in hopes that Toguro can just wipe out the entirety of humanity. And it's his interactions with this woman that he doesn't know from jack shit, but he just made conversation with her in passing and she piqued his fucking interest, that reignites that small little spark where he kind of low-key wished that maybe if he had met her before all of this other stuff had happened, he would have probably turned out a little bit different. Junior and him turning into his like adult form and taking the entire situation super fucking seriously because he realizes just how dangerous Toguro is, and that they definitely have to fucking stop him. But then at the same time losing control of Yusuke because Yusuke is not willing to use underhand tactics to take out Toguro because he wants to beat his ass himself. Discovering Togoro's entire fucking backstory, where you discover that like him and Genkai were friends who and also kind of low-key lovers that were going out there and taking on demons, and he had built up this reputation for himself. So a demon targeted his students and his family and wiped them out when he was away, and he lost his fucking mind and wiped out that demon, and then went down this dark path that no matter how hard Genkai tried, she just could not pull him back. The Dark Tournament is goated. When I say I can take someone who's never seen Yu Yu Hakusho, I don't think I could take somebody who's never seen One Piece, drop them at the beginning of the Wano arc, tell them not to watch anything else, and have them understand what the fuck is going on. They'll enjoy the fights, but they'll completely not understand anything about the world, the interconnections between the different characters, why this is happening, why that's happening, why this person's an emperor, why this person has powers, why that person doesn't. The Dark Tournament arc fills in all that information. You sit down and you discover from the beginning, Yusuke's here to do a job. He's here to stop a guy. And as the tournament continues, everyone's story is fleshed out. Everyone's story is worked on. Everyone's story reaches its climax, where by the end of the Dark Tournament, it's essentially only up for the characters because most of their backstory is essentially filled in. Until you get to the Three Kings war arc at the end of the anime, for the most part, in my opinion, where everybody basically ends up at the end of the Dark Tournament, you could end it right there. You could end, and that is a mark of a good arc. A good arc is you could end the story right there. The rest of the arcs are good. I enjoy them. I didn't really enjoy the arc with Sensui. I did enjoy the Three Kings arc. The Sensui one, not so much. But right there, you could end it at the Dark Tournament where everybody goes home and you'd feel fulfilled. You wouldn't need anything more from these characters because they came in, they gave you everything that they had. They opened up their hearts, they opened up their souls. Oh my God. Like at the end, when everything's done and Toguro is walking on the bridge and he's walking to hell because he's essentially chosen hell because the arbiter is like, hey, before you became a monster, you used to do a lot of good. And your good and your bad kind of low-key balances out your scales. You don't have to go to hell. And he chooses to go to hell because he realizes that he needs to be punished for the actions and the decisions that he makes. And he has that moment with Genkai on the bridge. You can't tell me, you cannot tell me that the Dark Tournament, Yu Yu Hakusho's Dark Tournament, is not the greatest shonen arc ever. You can't tell me that. There's no way. Maybe I'm an old head. Maybe it's because I'm an old head, right? Like I'm 34. I remember Yu Yu Hakusho. Some of these cats who are watching One Piece right now probably didn't watch Yu Yu Hakusho back in the day. But the audacity, the unmitigated gall when the words came out of that person's mouth, and they were like, "The Wano arc of One Piece is the greatest shonen arc that we've ever received." I turned into Ace Ventura Pet Detective. I was like, it was your bullshit. Oh my God, turn it into a debate. Comment down below, let me know. What do you guys think? Do you believe that the Wano arc of One Piece is the greatest anime arc, story arc we've ever received? Do you agree with me that it's the Dark Tournament? Or do you have a story arc from an anime that you watched that you think is the greatest arc of all time? Comment down below. Let me know. Turn it into a discussion. I want to hear everybody's opinion for what they believe the greatest anime story arc, the greatest anime shonen arc we've ever received is. Comment, let me know, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.